Alright, this next problem that we're doing is we are given for Chapter 3, Section 5, page 166, problem number 17. We are given an inequality and we are told to solve the inequality. Alright, well, first step I have to do is I'm going to write my problem out. Oops, let me close this. Alrighty, now let's write the problem. We have x times x minus 7 is greater than 8. First thing I'm going to do is distribute the x. So x times x gives you x squared. X times negative 7 is minus 7x. And bring down greater than and bring down 8. The next step is I'm going to subtract 8 from each side. So I have my x squared minus 7x minus 8 is greater than 0. Now we're going to factor the quadratic. Okay, greater than 0. I have an x and an x. Now, because the last one is negative, we say 1's plus, 1 is minus. We need the larger one to go with the minus. Now, numbers that multiply to 8, but when you add them together and they have opposite signs, give you a negative 7, are negative 8 and positive 1. I'm going to take each factor, x plus 1, set it equal to 0, and x minus 8, set it equal to 0, and solve for x. So if I subtract 1 from each side, I get x equals negative 1. And if I add 8 to each side, I get x equals 8. Negative 1 and 8 are my critical numbers. Now, if I were to just do a generic sketch, so y-axis, x-axis. I go to my x-axis at negative 1, that's where it's going to cross, and way down here at 8 is where this is going to cross the x-axis. Now, because my squared term, the coefficient in front, a, is a positive 1, that means my parabola will open up. So if I just drew a generic parabola, I've measured nothing, alright? It crosses at 8 and at negative 1. Okay, now where is this larger than 0? Well, it's to the left of negative 1 and to the right of 8. So it is not between them, it is beyond them. So this is one method of finding how to write this. So I would say x is less than negative 1 or x is greater than 8. Okay. Another method would be to make a number line like this. I have to have my critical numbers, negative 1 and 8, and test points. It's either going to be on the outside of them or in between them. Well, we already know it's on the outside, but let's try this to make sure. What if I chose the number 0? 0 is definitely in between them. If I were to plug in 0, 0 squared, 0, negative 7 times 0 is 0, negative 8. Is negative 8 greater than 0? No. So 0 does not work. That means it would have to work on the outside, here and here, because it will either work outside of the two numbers or in between them. Since it does not work between them, once again, it brings us back to this. Right here. Now, if I want to write this answer in interval notation, I do parenthesis, negative infinity, comma, -1. This means or, parenthesis, 8, comma, positive infinity. All right, there we have it. We have now completed Chapter 3, Section 5, problem number 17.